Hello and welcome to this episode of Molecule. Today we will be looking at cortisone, a molecule that revolutionized the treatment of inflammatory disease. Today, the value of cortisone comes mainly from the fact that this molecule triggered over 50 years of research into anti-inflammatory drugs and therefore increased our understanding of inflammatory diseases to a greater extent. Cortisone is closely related to cortisol and a range of other structurally similar molecules. Overall, they're classed as steroids because they share a common feature: 4 cycloalkyne rings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the structure of cortisone, and it has the 4 cycloalkyne rings, which means it's a steroid.
Glucocorticoids are a class within steroids whose anti-inflammatory properties are a result of binding to the glucocorticoid receptor, which is found in almost every cell of the human body. Slight differences between structures mean that the glucocorticoid receptor has a greater affinity for some glucocorticoids than others. For example, prednisolone is 4 times more potent than cortisone, and yet they have the same chemical formula. Variances in only their configuration and arrangement create such differences in their potency as anti-inflammatories. The difference in potency between cortisone and prednisolone is probably because of the difference in this one functional. When molecules like cortisone bind to ligand binding sites on a biomolecule like the glucocorticoid receptor, this is termed ligand binding. Ligand binding is a result of intermolecular forces, which are forces of attraction and repulsion between molecules, in this case between the molecule cortisone and a biomolecule, the glucocorticoid receptor. After binding, the glucocorticoid receptor moves to the nucleus, where it binds to glucocorticoid responsive elements on the DNA to inhibit several aspects of the inflammatory process.
Prednisolone happens to be the drug that my dog Monty is treated with. Monty has arthritis, and not so long ago he was declining to a state of functional paralysis in which he was in so much pain that he couldn't move. This was really hard to watch because Monty has always been a very excitable and active dog. If it weren't for the discovery of cortisone 50 years ago, we wouldn't have prednisolone, and my dog might not even be here. In my books, that makes cortisone pretty cool.